Alright y'all, welcome back to another video. I have a fever and I'm sick and I'm not feeling well, but we're still gonna wholesale. Here we are. I really just want to go lie down and go to bed, but I missed wholesaling yesterday because I slept through the whole day, which was probably good. I probably needed it, but today we gotta get back at it. So here we are. I'm gonna go through the properties and then I'm gonna go back to bed, but welcome to the next video. I wanted to start the video because I feel like when I don't start them, then it takes me forever to actually get started on it. So I just try to start the next video as soon as possible. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, unfortunately I have a fever, but it's all good. Yeah, just finished up wholesaling. I want to show you guys this real quick. In January so far, it's the 15th. We're about halfway through the month and we got 206 views so far this month, which is fantastic. We got 1 subscriber. It's great. So definitely looking good so far. So really appreciating that, grateful for that. So thank you all for the support that you guys have shown me. That's huge. And their grind doesn't stop. I feel like shit, and that's all good. Their grind doesn't stop, and we're gonna keep it going. The place I live, they put in a roof. So this is now how you get up to my second floor. There's a roof here now and some lights, which is new. And they're still doing construction, but that's what it looks like. There's the door to my main room here. Alrighty, hello everyone. I'm in bed. I can't sleep, so I figured I would just record something for YouTube. So here we are. I got my computer that I turned on so you guys can kind of see me instead of just like pitch black nothing. So we got that going on. So the thing I wanted to touch on in this little clip is that like I did the math and I don't know how I'm gonna pay rent this month, which is super fun and awesome. I mean, I'm good through January. Today's the 15th. Almost the 16th, so I'm good through this month. But February 1st, I owe rent again for February. And I don't know how I'm going to pay it. And that's like, this is where like, okay, I love it. Because, yeah, part of me is like, fuck, I got to figure it out. And I got less than a month. I got like half a month to figure it out. And it's a little stressful. And part of me is also like, this is so fucking sick. Like, I fucking love this. Like the idea of like, not even the idea, the reality of having to figure it out for myself and being like, all right, here I am in this situation. How do I make it work? You know? And even just being able to see the progress from a few months ago, right? When I was living in my car and like I had nowhere to live and I was working this job I didn't like and like all these things. And then the progression from that to getting a job that I did like and then realizing, hey, that's not going to work. But then having a place to live. And now even of just like, fuck, now I don't have a job and I'm unemployed and I'm trying to find work. I'm applying to places. I haven't heard back from anyone yet, except for one place. I got an interview there and I thought the interview went well, but they told me no, but it was all good. But like trying over and over and then like failing and the excitement. And I think I touched on this in one of my last videos, but like something new is happening. Like I love that. I love that. Even like, okay, I hate getting sick because I feel like I can't put in the work that I want to put in and that sucks. But it also gives me a lot of time to reflect. And that's what I'm learning. Because I got sick like twice in the last like 2 months almost, which is crazy. That doesn't usually happen for me. Usually it's like once a year, if that. So it's crazy to be sick like twice almost in the span of like 2 months, maybe 1.5 months. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, that's a trip. And it's given me a lot of time to reflect, which has been great. And part of that reflection is realizing like, hey, I actually appreciate these moments of like, oh, fuck. I don't know how I'm going to make that work and I got to figure it out. Like, I love that. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I want to become and things I want to accomplish. And I often focus on these things that are, like, good, as someone might say, right? Of, like, getting the cars that I want or living the lifestyle I want to live. Those kinds of things, right? But what I don't focus on as much is, like, the bad stuff, right? The things that could go wrong. I don't focus on that as much. And I think that it's a good reminder. And I'm trying to learn to appreciate both sides of it, right? Because if you want to have all the good stuff in life, you also got to be willing to sit through all the bad stuff as well. And it's also what gives the good stuff value, in my opinion. So any time where it's like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent, or I didn't have enough money for food back in, I think it was like October, right? Like, those are the moments that like make it worth it. Because if I just had it all handed to me, it wouldn't mean as much. And also, you guys, like I could get on YouTube and I could be like, oh, everything's great, and I have it all figured out, and, you know, I'm going to accomplish X, Y, and Z, and I'm 100% going to get there, and, you know, everything's fine, But like, that's just not the case. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, yeah, do I believe in myself? Yes. Do I feel like I can accomplish what I want to accomplish? Absolutely. Is everything going perfectly according to plan, how I envisioned it? No. But like, that's part of it. That's part of it. And I want you guys to understand that and to be able to see it, right? Yes, I make these videos for myself so that I can look back, but I also make them for all of you so you guys can understand, like, hey, this isn't a straight line, you know? Like, there has to be ups and downs. It's part of it. And one day, when I have things that I want, and I'm making YouTube videos about that, I want you guys to be able to scroll back through my old videos and see the times when I didn't have it all figured out. The times when I was struggling. I mean, I don't think I don't think that I will ever have it all figured out. But there will be times in the future where, like, I have the things that I was talking about, if that makes sense. Like, I've accomplished these goals, and I also want to demonstrate and show the times when I didn't, the times when I was struggling, the times when I didn't, you know, have it all together. I want you guys to see that for proof that, like, it is possible. And no matter where you are, no matter, you know, where you come from, whatever your predicament is, like, you can achieve it. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, it's possible. And sometimes that means sitting through, like, the negative stuff. Or I try not to say, like, bad or good, because at the end of the day, it's all just happening. And I believe that everything happens for a reason. But what most people would categorize as, like, good or bad, right? You have to sit through both. That's part of it. And I want to be upfront with you guys, and I also want you guys to understand, like, this is part of it. The journey is not always easy. It's not always good. And that's what gives it value. So, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pay rent next month. And that's part of what gives it value. And so, yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. And it's also like, this is fantastic. Something new is happening. And what a great story I'm going to have, regardless of what happens. Just got home and just appreciating this view that I have right here. My gosh. Not feeling too well, but I was just doing a little cooking and looking out this window, just being grateful for this view, because that's gorgeous. Not to mention, I mean, if you really go over here, like, just leaving my house, and I was reminded of something I wanted to share with you all, which I'm sure I've talked about before, but it's just the fact that no one really knows what they're doing. And when I was younger, I just imagined that, like, everyone, all the adults in my life had it all together. And all the adults knew what was going on, and they just had it all together. And that's just not the case, you guys. Like, the older I get, the more I realize that no one really has it together, and everyone's, like, trying to figure it out. And that's, in my opinion, that's part of the fun. Is being able to, you know, step into this space of not knowing what you're gonna do, not knowing how to figure it out. And, like, that's part of what makes life so fun for me and so enjoyable, is that time of being like, fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And when I was younger, like young teens, I kept waiting for this day when I would magically just have it all together. And I think most of you know this, but I'm gonna share it on here. That day will never come, you guys. Like, however much you feel like you have it together, however, like, you're like, oh, like, I feel like I have it, you don't. No one does. And don't expect to. And I used to wait for that. I used to wait for, like, oh, when's the day? When am I gonna finally have it all together? You're not. And embrace that and appreciate that, because that's part of what makes it interesting, is that everyone's figuring it out. It's everyone's first time living, and that's kind of what makes it fun. Alrighty, hello YouTube. It has been a minute. I've been sick, and I kind of still feel sick, so I haven't been filming as much, but I did want to pull out the camera and film a little bit. I've been finding these, like, odd jobs that people I know have, and I've been doing these odd jobs. I went to the dump today, check it out. So yeah, that was cool. I've never been to the dump before, so I did that. But finding ways to make money so that I can just pay rent and then continue to work on wholesaling and make sure that I have the money to be doing that. And, you know, for wholesale, I'll give a brief update on that. Like, you know, nothing major so far, but we're still trying every day. I got 3 properties submitted. That won't mean anything to you guys because I haven't made the video yet, but it's going all right. It's going all right. And we're just continuing to show up and try over and over until I get that result that I want. The main reason I'm coming around here, though, is because today I was literally just about to get on my car. I made a TikTok, and I was about to get out of my car, and I checked my TikTok page, and one of my videos that I posted, I don't know, maybe a month ago, got 20,000 views, which is fucking insane. That's insane. And when I posted this video specifically, I didn't think this was the one that was going to blow me up. I didn't think this was the one that, you know, was going to do the crazy numbers. It was more like, all right, I'm going to post this and I will get the consistency out of it. Maybe 700 views, but nothing crazy, right? And now here I am, like just a month later, looking at that, being like, holy shit, 20,000 views on a video. That's nuts. That's nuts. And like, I came from YouTube, obviously. You guys have seen my YouTube, hopefully. So when I started on, as I was saying, when I started on YouTube, you know, I was getting like 7 views per video, maybe, if I was lucky. And then I started putting it out there publicly. And now most of my videos do like 30 to 40 views. There's a few outliers on there for sure. But 20,000 views is not a normal number for me. And I just wanted to say, you guys, like, I often talk about on here working hard and, you know, making sure that whatever it is you're doing, you like it, but also like you're putting in the work and you're seeing the little details and you're making sure that, you know, those are solid and that you have it. But also you could make a random video that takes you 2 minutes to make, and that could be the one, you know, that could be the video that gets you from where you are now to where you want to be. And I feel like I don't talk about that as much on here, so I wanted to mention that. The other video, ironically, that I just made on TikTok is talking about how if you frame it right, everything is positive. And I've mentioned that on here before, but just like the idea that no matter what happens, it's all a blessing and it's all good, and that you can't fail. You can either win or learn. And if you learn, fantastic. Now you're a step closer to winning, right? And if you have that mindset, that can take you very far. And there have been a lot of things this month for me, you guys, that just haven't gone according to plan. I got sick. That sucks. It's embarrassing, but I'll be honest, I haven't been to the gym since January 1st. I got a new tattoo, which is awesome, and I love it. And that took me out of the gym for a little bit, and then I got sick, and I've been sick since. And so I'm like dying to go to the gym. It fucking sucks. But this is my point, is I'm saying, oh, this fucking sucks and all that shit, right? Because that's kind of like, I've trained myself to do that, and I have to try to untrain myself, which is hard. But I have, and a lot of people have these ideas of good and bad, right? And when you frame everything as positive, the other part that comes with that is realizing like, oh, no, it's good that I haven't been to the gym since January 1st, which sounds kind of weird. And it's more than just like me not going to the gym. There's other stuff too. Like I've been sick and I'm trying to find a way to like make money, and I've got creative because of it, right? Like I could be like, oh, this fucking sucks. I don't have enough money to pay rent and I'm sick, but I've gotten really creative because of that. And it's shown me some new strategies that I could use whether I'm sick or not, or just in the future when I do have a consistent job, right? To make more money to accomplish the things that I want. So I just wanted to give a reminder for you all as well, is just, you know, no matter what it is, no matter what happens in your life, it feels like it's the end of the world. It's not, and it is all a positive if framed correctly. It might not feel like a positive, but it is, and you have to try to remember that, and that's difficult. But that, and also like, yes, you know, do your best work, do work you're proud of, but sometimes that work that you do that you don't think is like the key work is actually the thing that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. And it's surprising, but it's cool. I'm gonna wrap up this video. I'm hoping to be feeling better, hopefully, in the next little bit, and be able to talk more in front of the camera. I've been feeling like shit. My voice hurts from talking even just this much, so I'm trying to like keep it on the low, make a full recovery. But big things are happening slowly but surely. They're very exciting. It makes me very happy, very excited. There's a lot of things that I could frame as like negative or things that haven't gone according to plan. And there's also a lot to look forward to, and that's very exciting. And I'll be sharing that with you guys eventually. I don't know when, but eventually that will be here. You guys will be able to see that. And I'm so excited for it. And just, it doesn't leave my mind. And I've said that in so many videos, but it really doesn't, you guys. The thoughts of what I want to accomplish, the thoughts of, you know, these dreams and goals that I have, it does not leave my mind. And it's so cool to see them in here and then begin to actually make them a reality. And I'm excited to share that with you all as well.